everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine, the Tactical Baddie, and here is all about vibes and vigilance. On this channel, we discuss a unique blend of fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and personal protection, so you can consider this your ultimate source for style, story time, and self-defense. Now, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in sticking around for, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I post more content just like this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Imagine having the perfect everyday carry that fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, that's always there to empower and protect you whenever you need it. In today's video, we'll discuss 5 key factors to help you along your journey in making that choice. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-time gun owner, get ready to tap into that inner baddie, baby, so we can see what's tea and you can make a well-informed decision. First up, let's talk size and ease of carry, because let's face it, comfort and concealability matter when it comes to your sidekick, babes. Whether it's in your purse or on your person, some EDCs can fit more effortlessly at your side than others. So you definitely want to think about these when you consider the factors that go into choosing your EDC. When trying to consider the best size and how easy you need it to be to carry, you want to consider your lifestyle and how you typically dress on a normal day. With the way that you normally dress, you want to consider and think about, would you be able to conceal it appropriately? Would you need to wear multiple layers to carry that particular firearm? Depending on which type is best for you based on the other factors, would off-body carry be more of a consideration? I generally recommend choosing something that you do have the option of carrying on body with the right amount of clothing, especially like in the fall or winter time when we typically can wear more layers. It's always good to choose something that can be carried on your person at some point or another. Don't get no massive 45 cal and expect to be able to carry that on your person all the time and be able to conceal it and still look cute and look like a baddie, baby, because it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So you do need to consider your lifestyle and your normal wardrobe or your everyday fashion choices in order to consider how small you need your EDC in order to have it concealable on your person or off body. Consider your lifestyle, your wardrobe, your fashion choices, how you normally dress. It's definitely at the top of the list of priority because it's very important that it's comfortable, that it's concealable, and that you are able to carry it and that you're comfortable carrying it. If you're not comfortable carrying it and it doesn't go with your lifestyle, it doesn't just fit fluidly into your lifestyle, then you're a lot less likely to carry and utilize that tool. So it's very important that you consider the size and ease of carry when you're considering which EDC pistol might be best for you. Another baddie tip for choosing your EDC pistol would be to consider the capacity or the number of rounds that you wanted to hold at once. This is probably more for maybe a little bit more experienced or more seasoned gun owner. If you're more of a beginner, just to explain, the capacity is significant because when you're nervous, more than likely in a situation where you're being attacked, your safety is being threatened, you are going to grab that bad boy and just you're gonna let off so many rounds before you even realize what's happening, before you're even like stable and realizing what you're doing. In a hasty situation, in a situation where there's more than one threat on your life, there's more than one attacker that you might potentially be trying to protect your life against, the more rounds the better. So you want to consider your comfort level as far as that, and then just how small, how concealable you actually need that firearm to be. So that goes back into the size and the ease of carry consideration. If you want a very, very, very small handgun or a very, very, very small EDC pistol and you know that you want to carry it on your person, you're a yoga instructor or something of that sort where you have to wear minimal or form-fitting clothing, but you want to carry on your person, you're probably going to choose a smaller, lower capacity EDC because you're going to need a smaller gun. So quite naturally, that smaller gun will likely hold fewer rounds. So just an additional tip to consider when choosing your EDC. You want to compare and contrast the various brands, various manufacturers in order to be able to choose the capacity or the number of rounds it can hold that's best for you and your lifestyle. Another tip to consider when choosing your EDC pistol is your desired caliber. This also kind of sort of goes into the prior point with the capacity and the number of rounds. Caliber is going to basically equate to your stopping power for your firearm. So not that I just said that with a big ass smile on my face. Sorry. Your caliber is basically going to be your stopping power. It's the size of each round of ammunition in your magazine. So for instance, like I mentioned earlier, if you need a smaller, more concealable handgun that you have to carry on your person, you're very petite, you wear minimal clothing, you wear very tight clothing, somebody like a yoga or Pilates instructor, y'all know these people crazy now and they be running up in studios and turning up and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So the caliber of your handgun will likely need to be a lot smaller unless you have a micro compact handgun as your EDC. There's a couple on the market. My personal EDC is one of them. It's the Springfield Armory Hellcat. I have it right here. It actually is a single, you can see it up close. I'll insert some B-roll footage as well. Y'all can see her a little bit better. The camera won't focus. Will it focus for me? Yes, it will. There she is. That's my girl. Okay, so she is a micro compact double stack 9mm, which means the magazines have a capacity to hold a larger amount of rounds, but it's also is a higher caliber round, which means that not only does it hold more ammunition, the ammunition it holds is much larger, but we're still able to package it in this cute little package right here and make it very concealable and convenient for, you know, us cute little baddies that, you know, gotta instruct our Pilates or personal trainer at the gym or whatever else we doing. The thought escapes me for the other examples of careers that something super duper duper or something much smaller than this would be necessary. So back to my point, an individual might want a higher caliber EDC for more stopping power. So like I mentioned before, if you want to potentially absolve the worry or the anxiety, if you have it, about having to mag dump or anything like that in a situation and just having to let off more rounds, worst case scenario, then you might want to do something like have a 9mm or a higher caliber concealed carry EDC just for more stopping power. Just maybe it'll take 1 or 2 9mm what it would take 5 or 6 22. We don't know. I'm not a ballistics expert. Just in my experience and in my research and just from who I was taught by, and just your girl just prefers a 9mm, baby. I like the sound. I like the, listen, we need to let everybody around me know what's going on. I need help, damn it. I'm a damsel. One caveat or one point that I will make when considering the caliber, because everyone, you know, if you hear that or you hear what I just said, you might be like, of course, I want more stopping power. Why wouldn't I want a higher caliber EDC pistol based on all that? Well, with higher caliber handguns usually comes more recoil. Recoil is what we hear older people call kickback. You normally hear them say like there's a lot of kickback or whatever. The correct term for it is recoil. Handguns that have higher caliber usually have more recoil. Handguns already have more recoil as opposed to other firearms that have more points of contact, such as a rifle. Y'all know I prefer that for my home defense. Again, plug in the comments, let me know if y'all want to see a video on that. When you're considering your caliber, if you choose a higher caliber EDC pistol, then it's a good chance that it has a much higher recoil. It's important to consider your skill level when it comes to something like recoil management, because if you're not as confident managing recoil from higher caliber pistols, then you may not want to get something that's like a 40 caliber or higher for an everyday carry. One, it's going to be much larger, which makes it more difficult to conceal if your aim is to conceal carry. And also, like I mentioned, higher caliber pistols do have a stronger recoil, which means that when you shoot that handgun, it is going to somewhat fight you back. So that's something that's important to consider when you're thinking about what type of EDC that you might want to purchase, or what might be best for your particular lifestyle or just your style or your go-to method for defending yourself. That's something that you want to consider. Is your experience or skill level, especially when it comes to specific factors like something as important as recoil management. Our final major tip for choosing an EDC pistol is to consider your desire for the aesthetic. Now, we all girly girls over here. I like a cute aesthetic piece, okay? However, when it comes to my firearm, that's not my biggest priority. However, that tickles some people's fancy. Hey, I'm not knocking you, sis. I'm not knocking you at all. Do what makes you feel good. Whatever make you carry that thing and keep it on you in case you need it. I'm not knocking it, okay? To each her own. But if your desire is for the aesthetic and customization options in the future, then you may want to lean more toward a manufacturer or a gun producer who offers lots of aftermarket or non-factory aesthetics or additions or customization customizations that you can add on to your firearm. For instance, I kind of call Glock the Jeep or the Dodge Charger of handguns, because them damn things have so many aftermarket customizations that you can add on and make it your own and make it more like you and dress it up, dress it down, whatever, however you want to do it. Play Tactical Barbie with it. You can do that as much as you want with something like a Glock. However, something like what I told you guys, I mentioned that I carry my Springfield Hellcat OSP. Springfield does not make a ton of aftermarket customizations for their firearms. You can do a couple of things to dress it up. I was able to choose the optic that I added on as long as it was able to fit flush with it. But other than that, you know, there's not a ton of options. But like I said, that's not my thing, you know what I'm saying? But it might be some people's. If that is your thing, you think it might be your thing in the future, that might be something that you want to consider when you're choosing your EDC pistol. Your desire for the aesthetic and to customize it and to make that bad boy your own and put your signature stamp on it in the end. If that's something you want, then make sure that's something that you keep in mind when you purchase your EDC. There you have it, 5 tips for choosing your EDC pistol. If you found these tips valuable, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Tactical Baddie for more empowering content. Now I want to hear from you. Which tip did you find the most helpful? And do you have any personal insights that you want to share about choosing your EDC pistol? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Like I always say, your feedback might help empower another baddie along her journey. You never know. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay pretty, stay protected, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.